done a little bit of testing and investigation with that contract for the onions, and I can safely say, I guess, that it is definitely a issue with that rear attachment. So the rear attachment, which is the windrower, the cleaner for it. If I go back down here, so front section is the home topper and drops them as a windrow. Then you have the UR205, which picks it up, cleans the onions, and drops them, on the side. Now, on the contract, this bit is not working. So, the cleaner's not working, and from what I'm reading, is it actually ends up when you use the cleaner, you get a yield bonus, and not being able to switch the rear cleaner on means that we're not getting that yield bonus, which is why we're actually ending up short. So yeah, that's where we're standing right now, and that's essentially why we've had more of that issue. So what's actually happening is the lack of yield is affecting our contract. That's why we end up owing money. So that's that bit. So we're starting from just before that, because we're now not going to take that contract. So we'll get this fertilizer contract going before we try and decide what we're going to do next. So that's this field 6 here. Now this is the one we had the baling contract on as well. Let's not crash into that. Jeez. That was almost very terrible. Okay. We may as well do this on ourselves. Let's get the steering assist up. Show lines. Everything. Okay. There we go. So from the looks of it, we should get quite a nice payment going back to the bank again this month. Obviously, over winter, that's going to change. So we need to try and find ways to get money coming in when we aren't able to do our normal farming. To, you know, our crop work, our contract work is going to dry up. We need to find other avenues, and we can't just keep relying on the wood. While yes, there's plenty of that happening. Now, something that we need to be mindful of as well is with the castle, we do need to get the quarry going, so we can get the stones for the castle. We'll also, I believe, need to get some cement bags. So that's going to be another thing there. What I'd like to be able to build, I guess, relatively soon, is somewhere to make canola oil and flour. So if we want to get into aquaculture, what we will need to do is make fish food. We can build the fish food. Well, no, not build. We can buy fish food, so that's not a massive issue. It would be nice to be able to make our own though, especially once we really get into going offshore with the aquaculture. For the time being, if we're just going to look at making young fish, then not a massive issue. We can purchase, get the young fish going, and not worry about it too much. But once we go offshore, we start to look at larger quantities of fish food needed, I would say. So we want to, really get into that. And part of the deal is, that self-sufficiency. So if we can create additional employment and put some money in our pocket, why not? Yeah. So yeah, let's see how we go at the end of this month. As far as the flour side of things, because once we can start selling flour, we can look at a bakery even, try and sell some of our crop to the bakery. We have quite a large, we have 2 large canola fields going, which once we harvest that, I'm actually hoping to merge those, make it one massive field, and increase our capacities that way. It'll probably be at least another year or so before we can purchase more land. Obviously, if we weren't trying to get get the town back on its feet by having all this employment going, it'd be a different story. But we do want to help the town. So, with that in mind, we have pea harvest. Yes. Let's get peas. Give peas a chance. Alright, so 18 will be our first one. Let's just get you straight out there, son. Get those peas harvesting. Now, all of these contracts, we are getting additional crop. That's brilliant, because that additional crop we can sell, or we can look at what sort of production facility can we get going to value add. And if we have our own little farm productions, again, that gives us 1, maybe 2 people that we can employ to value add to our products, and then that means we can sell it at a higher price. More money in our pocket. Again, the initial investment is quite large. I probably should have gone that way, but that's all right. We can go this way too. So, the initial outlay, because we do have to actually get machinery ordered, we need to get facilities built, all of that sort of thing. And that's why we're doing this contracts. Get that money happening so that once we start becoming more self-sufficient, we don't need to do as many contracts. We can start looking at where can we purchase more fields to get more things, and then once we can purchase more fields, we can get more things going, or we can produce more. Again, value add, more money, etc. Coming closer to winter, or the non-harvest, non-seed, all that sort of thing season, contracts I expect will also die down a little. So we'd likely be looking at doing more of wood, relying more on that sawmill to keep us going. Would actually quite like to get a greenhouse or 2 going at the same time, so we can get some vegetables, some various other vegetables are growing, and on top of that, we can start our other productions. And then we can have a look at what's there. I believe one of the facilities that's available, all of these extra carrots we have, all of the peas and the spinach and that sort of thing, we can bag it, or we can can it. We can put it in cans. And that'll help. It'll be value add. It'll give it more longevity for the product, and we can make more money. Obviously, offset against the production costs, but that also means that moving forward, we have an idea of which things we need to look at growing, and what sort of equipment we need to look at purchasing. For the time being, I think a mill of some sort, maybe a windmill. One of the local manufacturers, one of the local builders here, does a windmill. Yes, there is a windmill that we can build, but we need to buy the land, and that's over 400,000, I believe. Sorry, 400,000. Where was that? Field. Is it 90? I think it's 90. Yep, field 90 here. So, plot ownership required. Now, if we have a look at the plot, it's not cheap. Where are we? £457,000. way, way, way out of our reach right now. But, you know, if we get a little farm production going, because we don't have massive quantities of grain or oil producing products that we can utilize. So until we have those big amounts, then we can, you know, lay off on that and just concentrate on this castle. Now, having a look here, we can probably make that a big field. We definitely want to make that a big field. We can do that as a big field. We can do, I mean, I know that's the grass. Do we need it? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how many cows we get. That can be a combined field. That can be a combined field. So there's plenty of local fields that we can purchase over time and combine to make bigger fields. And then we have some smaller ones we can use for our root crops, you know, and our high yield crops. Um, we can look at, you know, down the track maybe planting some spinach, because spinach we can get, or one planting can give us 2 lots of crops. So that can actually be quite good as well. So, you know, it's all about seeing what's available and what we can do. All right, so which one's this? That's the cultivating is completed. And then here we go, there's another spinach contract. Which, to be fair, I probably will take. I was hoping that would have come up when we already had the spinach harvester, but it hasn't. So, you know, we'll just have to deal. All right. So, which way do we want to turn? I'll leave that. Oh, this is where we can get those young fish, I believe. And I don't know how much that is. Now, whether we purchase this one or whether we, so it's look, it's only 95,000. Like, you know, we could almost be there now, but you know, we might even be able to build one on our land. Thing is, if we buy this one, where are we? Can we actually buy the land as well? What's that? So 72, no. 73, no. 19, no. Okay, so can't buy the land, which is annoying. So we can only buy the production. Means that we can't place anything on there either if we do. So this might be a case of maybe building that on the farm. So we go there. We want you back at the farm. Back here. We want you to go over to field 18 because we're almost guaranteed that there's going to be a massive yield. Ah, stages again. Okay. You would think that since this is an actual Giants map, they would have all of this mapping ready to go. And you can get from A to B to C, etc. But I guess that's not meant to be. So, to the roadway maybe? Yeah. So it doesn't like these little pathways, little roadways. Stop moving. Are you moving? Are you going to move? Please move. Please move. Not a massive space in that harvester, huh? Something tells me we're going to be making a few trips. Well, actually, maybe not. Not if we get our vehicle there. So, bang, set destination. And we want you here. Let's go that way for now, because I think, yes it is. $37.3, really? Okay, that's not great. Well, 37.30. So that's a no-go. Okay, oh, there's another stone picking. Yeah, maybe we can. Maybe. And borrow items again. I mean, yes, we lose 1,000, but you know. Yes, why not? Okay. So, time for you to go. Field 44. There's a lot happening on this field 44. I think we might need to leave that as one of the last ones that we purchased. We seem to be getting quite a few contracts there. Okay, so. Oh, really? Create job, field work, field 44. Create job, field work. Bang, bang, start job. What is going on? Let's go the wrong way. Kapow! Kapow! That was scary, that sound. These roadways are cracking a little. And didn't crash into the bridge, yay. Alright, so there's... Does this have a... Yeah, okay. Doesn't like stone walls. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. In. Self-propelled harvesters for the win, I think. Oh, come on. Really? How do you get under there and then not be able to get back out? Seriously. Ah, come on. I mean, you fit. You fit. You fit to get past it. What is going on? Ay. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to move you like so and like so. Yeah. That works. I guess it's slow enough. Alright, so now we get you there. Alright. Lift you up and restart. And here's hoping that gets fixed, or that solves that problem for the next time. We're gonna have to move, aren't we? Select all again. Field 6 and 2. Potatoes. Ooh. I think that's potatoes, isn't it? Yes, it is. Harvest season for potatoes. Yeah, it's right at the end of it. Well, hopefully we'll get a potato contract. Because the good thing about that is, if we get a potato seeding contract, maybe, we can use whatever potatoes are left over. Or if we decide that we want to do our own potato crops, then we can use the leftover potatoes instead of seed as well. It's the gift that keeps on giving, so to speak. Oh, wide turn there. Goodness me, what's going on there? No wonder you keep crashing into that thing. Have I got, speaking of, weather and RTK? I do. Why are these things driving so erratically then? Not sure. Not sure at all. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Alright, what are you at? Yep, that productivity is coming up quite nicely. We've still got plenty of water. Oh, look at you. How cute. And you're getting along now. Now, how many cattle did we say we could get in there? I think it was like 112 or something, wasn't it? Some stupendously huge amount. 112, yep. So the plan is we shall, once the first 5 have calved, off to the knackery they go. And then I'm thinking what we shall do is we shall purchase 5 Holsteins. Five Holstein calves. Grow them up in here because they're not going to be producing milk or anything, not for a while. And then in time we should have enough space, I guess we could say, for a nice cow barn for our Holsteins. And you know, we'll keep things going. Or maybe I'll buy five Holsteins and 5 Highland calves. I think we could do that. I mean, looking at how much was it, 1,405. Easily. And by the time, you know, our first sort of Holsteins are ready to calve, we should have been able to build our own cow barn for them, with you know, a milking parlour and all that sort of thing. Yes, I think that shall work. We have all of this space here, you know, all of this wooded area here that we can clear and utilize for more productions. I mean, let's have a. I probably. No, that's fine. Because I want that trailer. But let's see what we have available. I think it was about 17,000 for the trailer. That also has ramps, so we can use that to transport some of our smaller equipment, I guess. But it's not a major issue for right now. So set destination. We want to send you to field 44. Here we go. Okay, that's going to move to the MP10. Just hoping we can get through that without that kerfuffle again. Ooh, out of the way, out of the way. There we go. Whoa, that was close. Now, once we have those funds again, there is a root harvesting manufacturer, Chris S and Riley S manufacturing facility that has a harvester. Where is it? Potato harvesters, beet harvesters. Here we go. The Colossus root harvester, 353,000. I think it's that one. Or yes. So all we're waiting for is for them to come out with a new model for the vegetable header, and that will do, well, one that will do onions as well. Then we will have a harvester that can do all of these crops. So carrots, red beet, parsnips, peas, spinach, green, like beans. So, you know, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 harvesters in one with that header. We can also do sugar beet and potato, and yes, it will need the trailer. So, you know, for what, 353 plus another 33, so 386, 386, 395, 3, so around 400,000. We can get one that will do all of these, and it has quite a good hopper in it as well. You know, from 45,000 up to 2.5 million litres. Obviously, I don't think we'll need the 2.5 million litres. We can probably go, well, 250,000. You know, again, no, looks like they've got a Black Friday sale on at the moment. And the main thing is going to be, you know, the horses that it's pulling. That's going to affect the cost. I don't think it's got much else. So, you know, it's pretty decent. We can get in our corporate colours. We can do all sorts of things here. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. Definitely. I mean, how much we're looking at here, like, you know, 500,000 for one that does sugar beet and red beet. Doesn't even have the same thing. So, you know, local manufacturer. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we look at it? You know. Then there's also the potato harvester. You know. And spinach harvester, green bean harvester. So, you know, for the cost of one machine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting 5 machines for the cost of one. You know, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Okay, now, can we unload you without all that headache this time? Not looking good. This is actually coming along quite well. Very nice. Trailer. That's what we were looking at, isn't it? It's a trailer. Okay, we have one of those already. Okay, so low load. I think it was a low loader, wasn't it? Where's our trailers? Flatbed trailers. I don't think we're doing much in the way of bale transporting, so we should be right with that. Now 6,000, and that I think that goes up, yeah, capacity of 8,000 litres as well, thereabouts. So that's not terrible. It's actually, it's pretty good value. Low loaders. We have these two, that one and that one. And again, that's not terrible either. But we can have the poles on there for our lumber, so we can transport lumber on it, and then we can pop them out when we're transporting our finished goods. So I think that would work quite well. What other options have we got? We can add a ladder. Can we add a ladder? I don't know where the ladder is though. What ladder? Oh, it's just there. Toolbox. Warning signs. Yeah. Alright. Say 20,000. I mean, even that is not terrible. It'll pay for itself. We can load the wood up pretty much easily. Mm, okay, yep. We're still having a look through those, aren't we? Otherwise, what other trailers are there that we can convert? That one I don't think has a... Oh no, that does have. So, I mean, it's pretty small. That one as well is pretty small, I think. Yeah, for 6,000. So that, I mean, look, the ramps are probably going to be a bit awkward. But it's quite sizable. Once we start being able to harvest our straighter trees, like our pine trees, we might be able to use a harvester which will cut it all into standard lengths. They'll load up on that very nicely, and you know, Bob's your granddad and Frank's your uncle. So yeah, I think that's definitely something we can look at. So where are we going now? We've got that. How's our stone cooking going? Yeah, you're getting there. It's good. We'll probably have to enter you there. And again, you know, this gives us options. If we look at creating our own lime, that'll be great. Now, I think we had a look at the cost of the quarry, didn't we? Where is that quarry now? That's the stonemason. We'll need the stonemason. Okay, quarry. There we go. There's the quarry. $235,000. So not cheap, but getting there. The stonemason, so the big stones that we need from the quarry, we send here to make castle stones and roof shingles, which we will need. How much is that? So it was like 235, 250, my goodness. So that's what, 585,000? Over $500,000, that's not cheap, is it? Not cheap at all. So we definitely need to start being able to make more and more money. In bigger and bigger chunks. I just realised what we did. We only did the one stones. We only did the one empty. We didn't get the rest of the stones off that field. Didn't we deliver them here? What did we... Oh, don't tell me. We did a stone contract and we didn't get stone, really? Oh well. That's alright. Listen, learn. Unless that was a unless that was a victim of that hanging device. Could be the case. Could be the case. Oh, come on, not again. Sleep at the wheel. Really? Can't exactly use that yet, can we? No. Okay. So I think it's fair to say our next step will need to be to have a look at costs and placement for where a next facility can go. Let me just upload here first, because that will be very soon. It's barely going to get going again. We need to check on our sawmill, actually. Okay, there's still a bit of space there. That's fine. I'm not running out just yet. But we are running low on wood. So we might have to prioritize that sooner rather than later. Let's put it across here so we don't run into the blockage again. Okay. So, back at the farm. I could probably drop something here. I don't see why we couldn't. Yeah. Now, okay, these are all what our local builders are happy to be able to do. Obviously, we don't need these massive facilities. Oh, we have a soup factory. That's a preserved food factory. So, that could be something we look at. Is that things like our kimchi, bagged spinach, dried beans, canned peas, all of those sorts of things. This would be to make those cement bags. We can. Okay. Grain mill. Here we go. So, what's that? Wheat, barley, oats. Sorghum. There's our oil mill, 36,000. So that and that we can get. Yeah, that looks good. So we can make fried onions. Okay. If only we had our onions and we're able to do that contract, which is annoying. Oh, that's quite a... Oh, it's not a bad footprint, actually. Oil pump. Maybe one day. Ooh, so this building, that's a whole range of things. It even has some berries. Number two. I don't think so. We got bread, got flour. Wheat flour, rice flour, soy. Soy sauce. Okay. That's something to think of. There's a wine production. We can definitely do with that. There, a windmill. So 50k does sugar, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, flour, and there's another one. I can't see what that one is. Sunflower oil, chopped beet, olives. So olive oil, sunflower oil, and something else. Of canola oil, yes. And I don't know what the other one is. Okay. Well, that's probably going to need to be emptied. Sorry. I was too busy looking at the construction providers online. I guess the question is, do we need the canola oil straight away? It's worth pondering over. Oh, okay. Well, the stone picking's almost done. He says. So for 55,000, because we are looking at having milk cows. So this can do dairy production. What else can it do? It can give us oils. Or can it? No, no oils. Can definitely give us flour. With the flour we can make bread. It'll make us dairy. I would like to get. I have got chickens. So we have our chickens already. We have some wool. So 65 kilos. So 165 kilos of wool. That's actually pretty decent. May need to expand our hash tree actually. Not yet. Yeah, I have quite a while to go. We probably want to get some goats as well. That's going to be more of a long-term prospect. We'll be going for quite a while, so we won't worry about you. You're on the go again. What's field 30? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh, I know field 32. Field 32 is actually not too terrible to get to either, I believe. Not from there, because it's just right down there and here. So like that one, that's the one that we had to drive. No, that's the one we had to drive over the fence. Okay, things aren't looking too terrible. Don't forget, we also have that area that we can utilize for things. Once we clear out the trees. How is our castle going? Still have a significant amount, that's good. Yes, we see you back. Oh, yay, he didn't bump into anything this time around. What a surprise. I have a feeling we won't be able to load into that trailer. We'll try. We'll definitely try. But we may not succeed. We won't actually deliver. Let's see how we go with actually, loading into this one first. If not, that's fine. We'll just keep using the smaller trailer. We may take those extensions off. That's something we can't do at home. But I'm hoping we won't need to. Now, I did see we could actually get an aquaculture island. Okay, so we need to put in young fish and we need to put in really fish food. Okay, and then we get our fish. Okay, well that's all right. I mean, I guess that's one way we can start off. A small outlay. Although I don't know whether that's only for fishing or whether we can, get out just go. I might need to think about getting that trailer sooner rather than later too. Okay. Let's not forget we still have that 2,000-ish payment to do, to give to the bank. Okay. Proof of concept. Trying to tell me that you're done, I think. You do not have access to this land. No, you don't. Okay. Please work. Please, 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 please. I think it is though. I think it is higher. Oh, oh, can we make it? Oh no. Ah, oh, please. Come on, what are you caught on? I don't think it will. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Okay, yeah, we'll have to go. We'll have to go home and take it off. That's alright. Not entirely surprised. We'll send you home and then we'll empty the actual proper one. What now? I mean, seriously, some of this pathing is just absolutely ridiculous. How can you not find your way back home? How? You know, it's ridiculous. Where are you going? I guess it's my fault for crashing into you, but anyway. Is there a gate, maybe? It's the stone fence again. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, you idiot. You should have waited. Oh, can't believe I've done that again. I ended the contract without even getting back. It's a number of times I've done that. Stop, Colby. Yep, with the fence. these local drivers? I don't know. What the heck? Harvest. Field 12. You silly boy. I'm at 32. Where's 12? Oh my, really? It's you that needs to go all the way up there. Oh my goodness me. This is so not been my day for anything really. Starts with the onions, now this. I think I should just give up and start again. That exasperated time. Come on, what? Okay. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? So you're over here. You need to be here. You need to move so that the harvester can go. There we go. Look at that. Alright. Then you, because you are in the wrong spot, need to go to the right spot. Can we get you there before the collapse of the modern world? Let's have a look. So you, set destination. It's not going to work, but hey. So you're traveling nicely. Good. You're almost complete, I want to say. There you go. Perfecto. There's those little bits that you've missed. Let's have a look. Actually, not much at all, which is good. Here, I thought you were going to go and get them for me. So, I mean, it's only probably going to be like 3 liters max, but still. Every little bit counts. Boom, boom, there we go. That's in the phone. 719. Oh, 725. Okay, so that was worth it. Really, auntie. Is it going left? Yeah, thought it would. Yeah. So it's a John Deere. Okay. Jeez, you're filthy. Where the heck are you going? There we go, this one works. Woohoo! What are you doing?